Miss what's your problem? Actually, Prometheus and I are against knowing slowly, but the sage insisted for some reason. Given that we're currently on the same side, and she's been kind enough to take me in, I can only come here to help her know Sila and resolve the problem. You still decided to hinder us? No, I'll take some commendations for you. You can see them as compensation for not adequately explaining the rules before. As you know, I'm capable of directly teleporting you to the top of the tower, but cheating isn't beneficial to understanding, so I came up with a compromise. There are 3 bubbles before you. Among them, only one will teleport you there before being popped. The other 2 serve as a small penalty for mischoosing. I can't take it anymore. You aren't the herder of the void. So is this possible? Or you evolved over the past 6 months? Of course not. I only use the vestiges of Project Stigma. Such vestiges are rather hard to find in the stable world. So that's why you could throw me into the Sea of Quanta. Indeed, I only wanted to throw you to somewhere farther away, such as the border village. But as I had just come here and didn't know the coordinates, I threw you into the depth of the Sea of Quanta. And now, through the sage's eyes across 2 worlds, I've collected enough coordinates, and thus can do what you believe only the herder of the void can. So, will you accept my little accommodations? Screw it, I'm not playing your little game. Wait, Sila, what if she really wants to help us? Okay, fine. It's not a huge problem. Looks like you've agreed. Very well. We were wrong. That's alright. If we're wrong this time, it means it's more likely we'll be right next time. You don't actually believe her, do you? That takes care of that. Now then, let's try this bubble. Our luck is really awful. I say, there was a possibility. None of these 3 bubbles lead to the top. Finally finished. Now for the right bubble. Again? See, I told you she would cause trouble. Kira-senpai, what are you happy about? What's the door doing here? What's going on? Let's go inside. What's the worst that could happen? What's this? A mech? A tank? It looks a little too surreal. It looks very similar to the Ch38 packs designed by Dr. Tesla, but I don't think it was ever manufactured. Obtaining everlasting peace through absolute firepower. It's a tasteful name. Greetings. Welcome to the floor I administer. You're here, which means Miss Cell still lied to us. Why is she so into tricking people? To be honest, Miss Cell didn't lie about the portal at all. In fact, she's done everything she could for you. Despite completely ignoring the relationship between the process design and the visitor's emotional curve, the back door she opened, without question, allowed you to skip the sage's 10 obstacles. Anyway, all it takes for you to reach the top floor and confront the sage is to pass my test. Then, as you see it, why did she do this? I have the same question when I first met Miss Dell. This is perhaps her compassion for the newborn, her care for life itself, or merely a little experiment in her search for self. Of course, a synopsis is unlikely to satisfy you, but no matter, we will have plenty of chances to get along. Now, let us return to the subject and commence the Dark Lord ordeal. Dark Lord ordeal! I got this. I can do this. I'm not afraid. Stay focused, Susanna. MHT3 packs lift restrictions. This thing really puts up a fight. Way better than Tesla 3027. Anyway, let's focus on this side first. The fight was settled. Congratulations on passing the Dark Lord ordeal and defeating number 17's powered transporter. A tank so powerful! It's only your powered transporter. The projection of the mechanical light form showed a frustrated face. Whenever I couldn't manage the workload, I passed the chores to Miss Zhao. This did relieve my burden, but also added to it advertently. For example, when it came to naming special equipment and materials, her philosophy contradicts my taste. What philosophy? Number 17 must mean no packaging is the best packaging. Miss Zhao, don't panic, Miss Shiguri. I only came to remind you that the door to the top floor has opened. But you arrived much later than I expected. What happened? You're just trying to say we had bad luck. Anyway, see you soon. Her teasing chuckle soon diminished in the spacious hall. Gone with it was Prometheus and her powered transporter. Only a door wrapped in purple light appeared where they stood.
希儿，收到。 危险，希尔会小心的。
Do you know what I like the
我
most?
最喜欢什么吗？
I like fairy tales the most.
最喜欢童话故事。
They create
它创
fantasies,
造梦
sow
幻，
hope in
编织
barren
起
hearts,
司，
and
为
celebrate
荒芜的心
beauty
灵
with
播撒
sincere
希望，
blessings.
用真诚的祝福颂赞美好。
They call to
它
people
呼
who
唤
love
热爱
life
生
to
命的
enter
人们，
one
令
magnificent
他们
world
进入
after
一个又一
another,
个瑰丽的世
and
界，
once that sound
并在
resonates
共
through
鸣
their
的声音
souls,
响彻灵魂后，
they
展
reveal the
现真
truth.
实。
This is,
那是
even though she had gone through many baffling events, the sight behind the door still stunned her briefly. A girl who closely resembled her was talking to her other self. And her appearance didn't disturb their conversation. The invisible one-way mirror seemed to stand before her again. If I recall correctly, this is the second time we meet. I said the dead can be brought back to life. Now it looks like my knowledge was
或许我的认
limited,
知有点偏差。
but I don't mind you dying again.
我实际上也并不介意你再死第二
The
次。
red scythe sliced through the air toward the girl's delicate neck. She didn't intend to tangle with her, so she put her full power in the first strike. The assault ended in an instant. But the thing that dissipated wasn't the body, but the scythe. I've grown too since we parted.
我也有所成长呢。
Don't mess with me. What do you want?
你到底要干什么？
I just want you to
想让
persuade
你帮我
someone
说
for
服一个
me.
人。
You're looking at the wrong person. I don't have the time for that. The mysterious girl only smiled to the other Scylla that had been watching them. Then the one-way mirror disappeared. Scylla, not you too.
不对，
No, this place is
这里本来
supposed
就
to
是
be
我
our
们的
mind
新的
room.
房间。
Anyway, let's get rid of this outsider. She's too annoying.
他太烦了。
You may have
你或许误会
misunderstood.
了什么？
Contrary to the last
与上
time,
次刚好相
now
反。
you're all in my
如今大
mind.
家所处的位
And
置
who I want you to
只是我
pursue
的
is
内
none
心。
other than the
而
original
我想让
Scylla.
你帮我说服的人，不是别人，就是他最初的希尔。
As an outlier of this world, quitting here will be the best choice
对
for
你来
you.
说才是最好的选择。
After all, as a sage, she's tasted the original pain, and the path forward will only bind her further. Only leaving will bring true freedom and
才能
happiness.
真正获得自由和幸福。
Boo-hoo! What did that have to do with you? You know the answer well, don't you?
你很清楚，不是吗？无论是自愿还是
Whether by
被迫，
choice or by
目前
force,
发生的一
what's
切
happening
都在
is
向你引
leading
向
you
高台
to the
成长。
sage. She slowly learned all about you, yet you still know little about her. On the other hand, she doesn't even need to lead the tower to be
便
worshipped.
坐受万民敬仰。你知道，
You know Scylla isn't a crybaby and a dummy anymore. Oftentimes, she handles herself more maturely and bravely than you.
勇敢，这看似毫无关
These
联
two
的两件
seemingly
事
unrelated
使
things
你产
have
生一
given
种
you
模
a
糊的
vague
感
premonition.
万众的信仰
The faith of the
有
mass
何
and a heart that is selfless would only conceive flower that would surely wither. Its fragrance is rich, but to smell it, one must prepare to face
即
death.
便如此，
Even so, you will oppose me and let her meet the sage, which is disregarding her future.
她的未来不管不顾吗？她的事情不需要
That's her business, not yours.
每当我听你
Every
说
time I
出
speak
心
your
声，
mind,
你都
you
会展现
resist.
出抗拒的态
Does
度。
this mean you haven't made
这是
any
不是也代表
progress
着
since
和
that
那时相
time?
比，你实际上一直在原地踏步？又或者说，
Or should I say,
你甚至还
you
没
haven't
认
even
可自己？
acknowledged yourself yet?
你说完了吗？
Are you done? The girl who remained silent stepped between them. I don't know who you are or what your relationship with the sage is, but just as I won't fully accept the sage's claim, Sila and I will go forward. Nobody will buy your claim here and now. The sage says she has one way to solve the problem, maybe because she's done good for the people. I'm willing to trust her on a basic level before meeting her. But you seem to only take interest in us. I can make guesses about your identity based on that. Ironically, this has nothing to do with you. As for the pain and suffering you mentioned, the girl clutched the hand of her other self. We weren't from this world, nor do we want to become the sage. But in our world, a selfless heart once united all people, that seeds transcend death and bloom the flower of hope that would never wither through generations. I just believe the people of other worlds are able to do the same. For that reason, I'm happy to help them. I'm not doing this out of selflessness. On the contrary, I selfishly thinking what we believe is the best. I want to do what our friend has done, and even do it better. Yeah, we will do better. The mind space is shaken. Is it that my will still can't overcome them? Sorry, I wasn't helpful. My dear older sister.